Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Angel from Simply Angel Tia. In this video I'm going to show you guys how to crochet this long bikini cover skirt, and as you can see here we did it in the Jamaican colors or Rastafarian colors or whatever you want to call this, or just like this, pattern that we often like to do, not pattern but colors that we often like to put together in this order. But this is it here. You will hear me in the video talking about making this into a dress, and that was the plan to begin with. But as I was working on it, I changed my mind. So we're gonna do this as a skirt, and then of course we will follow up by doing a top that matches it. The video is already up for the top. It's completely different colors, but it's exactly the same pattern and design, so that you can make it go with this. So as you can see here, I did this offline because, like I said, I already have a tutorial for it, so I didn't have to repeat the tutorial again for this particular video here. So the video is just for the skirt, and then I would link in the tutorial for the top so that you can do the top completely different. Okay, so this is pretty much what we're working on today. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay my lovelies, so for this project I'm going to be using this yarn here. So as you can see, I have 3 out of the 4 colors that I need. I'm missing black because I'm doing the Rastafarian colors. So because I'm missing the black, I will be getting it. So I'm gonna be working this project in this order instead. So instead of going black, white, black, red, yellow, green, I'm going to be doing green, yellow, and red, and then black at the end, because I don't know when I will end up going to the store to get the black color, which is okay. It can be in any order in this case. So for yarn, I'm using this azurite color. It's 100% acrylic, and this is a lightweight number 3. This is green, but the color number is 0338. And this is obviously the same, except this is, I'm going to call it yellow, but this 3006 is the color number. And for this yarn here that I'm using, recommended hook size is 3.5 to 4 millimeter crochet hook, and it's 50 grams per skein, like this. Okay, so I have this, and you're going to need a little bit over a skein per. So what I would recommend is have 2 of each of these colors, because we're not just doing the bottom part, but we're doing the top part as well, which is pretty much a full dress for the bikini cover. And for this one here, it's a We Heart Hobby. So We Heart yarn by Hobby. It's also 100% acrylic. So I will be saying red, but the color number is 2222, and recommended hook size is 4 to 5 millimeter crochet hook, or US G6 to H8. Okay, so the main important thing is that it's a lightweight number 3, lightweight number 3, lightweight number 3, and it's all 100% acrylic, and it's pretty much very the same color, just 2 different brands that I'm using here. And most likely the black, depending on where I get it, will either be from Hobby, or it's gonna be this brand here. Okay, so this is for the yarn. For a crochet hook size, I'm gonna be using a little bit bigger, so 4.25 millimeter crochet hook, but I will also use this 3.5 millimeter crochet hook to do my band and probably the top part. So we're using 2 crochet hooks at this time. I have 2 stitch markers, I have a darning needle, I have a scissors, and of course a tape measure to determine our size. Okay, all right, so that's everything we need. Let's go ahead and get started. And again, we're starting with the green, and we're gonna go in this order. The black will be last because I don't know when I will get it. Okay, so we're gonna get started with the project here. So as you can see, I'm gonna use my smaller crochet hook, 3.5 millimeter crochet hook, to do the band of the dress. So we're just gonna start with doing our slip stitch. So again, I leave a little bit of a tail hanging so we can join the 2 sides of the band. And of course I'm gonna do a slip stitch, or slip knot I should say, like this. And then I'm going to do a chain of 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so that's my chain of 11. And then we're going to work single stitches in the back of each of the chains we just created. We're going to do single stitches, single crochet stitch. Okay, and we're going to do these all the way to the end. So you guys who are part of this family of my YouTube channel, you know how we do this part of the project. It's always exactly the same. It's very rare that I don't do the band in single crochet. Sometimes I may do half double crochet, but usually most of the time it's the single crochet that I use. Okay, so we're gonna do this all the way to the end, and then when we hit the end, we do a chain one, we turn around and we start again, and we go all the way to the end and we repeat, and we do this until we have the widest part of our hips covered by stretching our band completely as far as you can stretch it, and that should measure to the widest part of your hips. And in my case, it's about 38, 39-ish. So usually I do it so that it stretches to that size. So this is the first part of the project here. So the first round is done. We go on chain one, we turn, and we work in the back of the very next stitch after that to do our single crochet. Then we move on to the next and we do a single crochet, and to the next and we do a single crochet, and of course we do this all the way. And for the very final one here, we work through the back loop, we work through both loops as opposed to just the back loop. Then we chain one, we repeat, and then when you have the long length of this one stretched out is the widest part of your hips, you're going to come back and we're going to join the two sides and then work down the skirt. Okay, so finish these off and then I will see you guys when you have this part of the project completed. Okay, see you guys in a bit. Okay, my lovelies, so I've gone ahead and completed my band here for this dress, and as you can see, it was the skirt part of the dress, but this is pretty much how it looks like here. Okay, so I ended up doing quite a lot of rows, 106 altogether. But this is enough so that when I really stretches, this goes around the widest part of my hip. Okay, so that is important that you can get your dress from the bottom very comfortably. So make sure you're doing this so that it's comfortable for you to bring it up. Okay, now we're going to join these two sides here so that we have our band completed, and then we can work down the skirt. And then the next thing we're going to be doing will be to do the top after we have completed the dress. So my plan is to do this dress to go all the way to my ankles, so as long as I want it. So do the same for you, or you can make it short. If you do make it short, you will need to change the color quite frequently. That way, not frequently, but before you finish the whole skein, for example, you will have to change the color so that you don't make it so that you run out of size before you get to the next color, because we do have 4 colors that we're using here. Okay, so I'm gonna take this string that we had hanging at the beginning of the project, so we can use this to join this section here. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and just go into the very first stitch here and then connect it to the other side like that. And we're gonna pull, and usually I do that one more time just to make sure that's secure. And then for the rest of it, I go into the inside loop and then the outside of the other side, so that way it creates this ribble here even on the spot that we're joining as well. Okay, so do this all the way to the end. I will see you guys when you get there. Okay, so I have just one more to go here, and for this final one I will go through both loops as well, just like I did the first one. It just makes it a little bit more secure and not loose, and it's not gonna make it come apart easily. So I do it once, then I do it again for the second time into the exact same stitch, and then I just remove my string and we leave that like that. Okay, so we leave that like that, and as you can see, my working yarn is still here, so that doesn't change. I can continue to work my project with that here. Okay, so that's it. We're gonna go ahead and change the crochet hook and use this one here, which is the 4.25 crochet hook, and this is gonna make it so that it's a little bit easier for us to work the project and to do our stitches that we're going to be working on here. Okay, so just go ahead and change it. If not, you can use the same hook. It's not gonna make too much of a difference, but for me it will be a little bit more comfortable to do the mesh part with this hook here. Okay, so after we have our band created like that, we're just going to go ahead and wear our hook where we left our project here. We're going to do a chain of 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's a pretty long chain, but we're doing this because we want to make sure our mesh is going to be really like open. So we're going to skip. So as you can see here, this look like it is worked into this valley section where we did our chain 10. So we're going to skip this here, and we're going to skip this here, and we're going to skip this here. okay? And in this valley section here, we're going to work a single crochet. So we're just going to go right in there and do that. So what we're skipping, just so you understand, is this is a stitch, this is a stitch in the valley, this is a stitch, this is a stitch, and then this is a stitch. So we're skipping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in the 6th we work our single crochet, and this is what you should have. And then again we go back to doing chain of 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we go skipping 1, 2, 3. So in the 3rd one here, we do our single crochet. Okay, so as you can see, this is what we're doing here. And you're going to continue doing this all around until you come back to where your string is hanging right here. And when you get back here, wherever you end up doing your last single crochet, come back and I will show you how to start the next row. And then this is pretty much going to be the repeat of this until we get to the bottom of the skirt part of the project, okay? I will see you guys when you have come back around to here. Okay, my lovelies, so I have gone ahead and worked my mesh stitches across, or around the circle, I should say. And as you can see here, I have my last single crochet right here. And then I have these stitches here to skip. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a chain of 10 and slip stitch on top of these loop here, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I'm gonna go directly here to just doing a single crochet on top of this loop here like this, okay? So that's how that part looks like. And then I'm going to do a chain of 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm gonna turn my work and I'm gonna do a single crochet on top of this loop here. And then I'm gonna do a chain of 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm gonna do a single crochet on top of this loop here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm going to do a single crochet on top of this, and this is just again how we keep repeating this. So as you can see here, this is pretty much how it's going to start having the look. The look is going to start continuing to look like this. Very, very big gaps for this, but it is a bikini covered dress. So this is going to be because you're wearing something inside. It's just to kind of nice. It's going to look nice to wear this on top of a bikini, okay? All right, so we're going to continue doing this again all the way until we come back here. We should be able to do our final slip stitch, single crochet stitch here, do our chain 10, and then do the another single crochet in here. We do a chain of 10, turn, and then we continue working on the other side. The reason we're turning is because we're going to keep our seam in the same place. So this is going to be where we're going to keep turning. And right now you do have your string that we left hanging as your guide as to where your seam is going to continue to change and where we're turning around, okay? So you're going to do this. What I would suggest is I would say get your tape measure and see how long your skirt you want your skirt to be. So if you want it to go all the way to your ankles, then make sure you get that measurement. And when you finish as you work on this, get your measurement and then divide it by 4. That's pretty much the easiest way. Let's say the measurement for this from my waist all the way to my ankles. So let's say it is where are we gonna put? Let's say it's 40 inches all together. Let's say this is the length that I need to do. I divide this by 4. I get 10 inches all together because we have 4 colors. And then what I will do as I work on this green is I will keep measuring from the beginning of the band here all the way to where it gets me to 10 inches. Then I will stop the green. Then I will change and have the next color. I believe it's yellow. And I'm going to do another 10 inches of the yellow. And then I'm going to stop that yellow and change my color and do another 10 inches of the red. And then when I get my black, I will do another 10 inches of the black. So this is how I would measure. Okay, so whatever measurement that you have from your waist all the way down to your ankles is how you will divide, and then do the sizing, the division of the color and the sizing that way. If you're doing just one color, obviously just do the whole thing all the way to the 40 inches that you're looking for with just the same color. So there's no need to change your color. Okay, and to change your color, you pretty much end up back here where you'll do your slip stitch. Let's say this was your final row. When you come back around, you will do your final slip stitch, single crochet here with the green, and then you will do your 10 chains in the green, and then when you slip stitch here, you will change the color. So your next chain 10 before you turn should be in the next new color. Okay, so if I do end up coming back on camera to show you that at some point, I will do so that you see how we change the color, but that's pretty much the explanation that I just gave you there. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and work on this, and I will see you guys when you have completed the skirt part. So as long as you want it, make sure you finish that and come back, and I will show you guys how to do the top part after. Okay, so I have gone ahead and completed the length of these bikini cover skirt here, and as you can see, we obviously left off just as I started this section here, and I continued and I changed the colors, and I have all my 4 colors that I showed you guys here. So it goes all the way down to black, and all of these are exactly the same rows for me to do that I should say. And so it's done. It's very long. If I can measure it, and it does look longer if it's not on. I tried it on thinking maybe I did it way too long, but it actually, because with your body curving and things like that, it does reduce the length of whatever you're putting on. So in this case here, I'm just measuring. It's about 48 inches, actually 50 inches long, which is really long for a skirt. 50 inches long, and as you can see here, this is how long it is. Okay, look at this, all the way down here. But when I try it on, and obviously, like I said, with the curves of the body, it does kind of shrink the size a little bit. It goes just right on my feet. So it is long, so it does touch my feet, but it doesn't actually touch it in a way that is like too long. Okay, so, and as you can see here, this is where I ended my project. After I did the chains that I did here, I just pretty much slip stitched on the middle on the other side, which is what we do with all the other rows here. And I made sure I lined it up to where every row starts, and then I ended it here. So I'm going to go ahead and weave these in, and that's going to be it. All the strings that I had hanging from changing the colors, I've weaved those in as well. So this is pretty much done. Okay, so now we're going to talk about, I said that I was going to make this into a dress, and that was originally my point, was I was going to make this into a dress, but I've changed my mind, and this is why. I wanted to do this part of it, the top. This is the top part of it. So I wanted to do it like this, and then be able to join that somewhere here. Okay, so this was going to be joining here, and then it becomes a dress that this goes in the back, something like this. This would be the strings will come down and kind of help tie the back, and then it continues down into the rest of the dress. But I decided to do it like this one because as a bikini cover, it can get really hot to have these things like that. So I decided just to do it into a long skirt, and then I did the top and it's in its own piece. It's still gonna be a set that goes together, but with this, I pretty much have a tutorial ready because there's a video on my channel where I completed a tutorial showing you guys how to do this particular pattern here. I did it. I will put the link in the description box, but also it's this picture here I will show you right now of the video that I did. I did obviously in different colors. I did the blue, white, and red, I believe. So, and these ones obviously we're following the same color pattern as this, but I started with the green, we started with the green on the skirt, and as I went down, I did the yellow like this, then I did the red, and then I finished it off with the black. That way, when I put it on, it matches like this. Is not black on black here, okay? So I have decided to do it into 2 pieces like this. This tutorial is already existing, so I didn't have to show you guys how to do this on camera, because you can watch that tutorial to be able to make it in these colors, to make these colors here. And of course, this is a tutorial for this skirt part of it, okay? So this is pretty much the end of the project here. I'm gonna, like I said, again, link in the tutorial where I did the other top. It's exactly like this, except the colors is only 3 colors and it's different. It's different in the colors, and I did the one, this would have been one solid color here, one solid color, and one solid color, but because we have 4 colors to do, I did these 2 colors here, and then these all solids, the same color in the same color. All right, so anyways, not to say too much about that, go watch the video. But yeah, this is pretty much the end of the project. This is more the exciting part of this that I really enjoyed, and I like that I'm going to keep it as 2 pieces, so that you have a choice to wear just the skirt if you want, or you can wear it as a set like this. But if you just want to wear like a green bikini top, a yellow bikini top, a red bikini top, a black bikini top, it all matches with this anyways. Okay, all right, so this is pretty much the end of the project here. Thank you so much guys for watching it to the end, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. But in the meanwhile, don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like the video, and of course share, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.